good. Well, I haven't done anything wrong except spend money and put this place over and bring my family and friends here. That is bad for you.
Why would it be bad for me?
Well, watch social media tomorrow.
I don't follow social media.
Well, you better.
I don't get stuck on my phone.
What's your name, nut job? Nicholas what?
Hold on.
Nicholas Dickhead.
You don't have to call me like that, sir.
Don't ever talk.
You don't have to call me like that, sir.
You don't have to do this to me. If you believe me and my family.
I'm not from you.
I didn't do one thing wrong. I walked into the bathroom.
And you cussed on my kitchen manager.
Oh, you're a kid high cost. Really? What world do you live in?
The same world you
What
live
world do
in.
you live in? How did I cost him? Did I touch him?
Cuss him. You said cuss word.
I never said a cuss word. You know, is that his word against yours? I didn't say one cuss word. God. No, ma'am, I'm going to give you $1,000 tip just to say to him, kiss my ass. If you walk outside here,
You don't have to be disrespectful to me, sir. We're being
I
disrespectful
know.
to you.
You're disrespecting me.
How am I disrespectful?
Telling me to leave.
I'm not telling you to leave. We're just telling you that you're cut off.
Oh, I'm cut off and I'm drunk? Really?
Yes, sir. It don't matter if you're famous or not.
Here, ma'am, please give yourself $1,000 tip. $1,000 tip. This guy and I are so cool. She and I are cool. And along comes dipshit.
You don't have to call me like that.
I said it.
I never did.
I'll say it again. You're a dipshit.
You have to get out of here right now.
Oh, I'm leaving. Trust me.
Thank God.
I won't come back again.
Thank God.
Come outside here and talk to me like a man.
I'm not going to do that because I'm on the clock.
You push you are the pussy block.
You know outside if you want.
I can stop.
Hey, you want to go out and talk to me in the park? I don't work here. I don't give a shit. Don't talk to me.
What's that?
You heard me.
What's that? What did you just say to me? What did you say to me? Oh, I brought my whole family here.
I need one of those little bar straws for next
You know how many?
Just one.
Just one?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Y'all know I'm adamant on always defending the legends. We have lost a lot of legends over the past few years, like Bray Wyatt, Terry Funk, etc., Kobe Bryant, etc., etc. I don't even want to get into it. But Ric Flair, man, it's getting harder and harder and harder to defend this man. I don't even know if I should at this point. But before I get into this video, I'm trying to hit 9,500 subs before the end of the week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Need about 190 more people to do so. Also need 100 likes on this video. Make sure you hit that like button as well. Have a beautiful night. Thank you. So, Ric Flair, man, a video is coming out now. He's being belligerent. He's cussing out somebody, talking crazy to some bartender or something. He's come out now and said that he wasn't drunk, which may be worse for him. He's now hired by AEW. This is the company that was supposed to be better than WWE and morally, business-wise, whatever. And this isn't to shit on AEW, but they need to get this man some help. They need to kind of cut ties with this man. But at the same time, he's so old and see now. I don't know if this dude should really be on his own. I don't know if this dude should really just be at home sitting with his thoughts all day. Who knows? He seems like a very dangerous mind. He's been through a lot. I think he survived like a plane crash, and he's lost a son. And I remember the WWE 2K14 panel where he got Jim Ross fired and chewed out by Vince McMahon because he was still dealing with that trauma. And I think he was drunk on stage, and Jim Ross couldn't handle him. And now they brought him in, and Jim Ross got to handle him again. They got his face plastered all over the arena every time there's a certain match. And he's still on that nonsense, man. He's still very much on that nonsense. It seems like wherever Ric Flair goes, a lot of controversy follows. And, it's still a lot of stuff and I think there's always going to be more and more stories coming out about Ric Flair. I don't think he's going to be one of those people who gets out of here clean. I'm talking like Ric Flair. Now I'm talking like, Jimmy Snuka. I'm talking like Hulk Hogan. I'm talking like, et cetera, et cetera. You pick a name out of a hat with these wrestling legends who just their reputation is just horrible. So Vince, yeah, definitely Vince is lumped into that. But Ric Flair, man, I want to say he needs some help, but he's really up there in age, guys. I don't know if this dude is changing anytime soon. I guess this is what happens when you're like kind of like born to do something, or you only know to do something. You only know to do that one thing in your life, and when you won't got that, you kind of just don't know what else to do. I remember this story about this guy who like grew up and was basically groomed to be like a businessman for his father's company, and then once he like retired and sold the company, he like got a terrible gambling addiction, and he blew a fortune. And that kind of reminds me of Rick, man. Like when he couldn't wrestle no more, when WWE wouldn't hire him, he went to TNA and kind of had a crazy run there and tried to find any company that'll hire him. And he even just said recently in that last match he had a heart attack in the ring. And I like, dude, like, of course, you're like 70, my guy. Like, it's time to give it up. I think it's time to just bow out gracefully, man. Find you like a nice golf course, or find you like a nice little retirement home. I feel bad for Charlotte Flair. Andrade, he's kind of living his best life now. He's back in the company he wants to be in. But I couldn't imagine for Charlotte. Her father's on the other company, embarrassing himself every other month. And now she got to deal with this, and also an ACL tear on top of that. I feel bad for her, but this is Ric Flair. This is what we know. Does this video really surprise anybody though? Like, let's be honest. Does this video really surprise anyone? It's Ric Flair, willing, dealing. Well, y'all know the saying. But this is just every time Ric Flair comes up, it's like there's a controversy that comes up in your mind, whether it was the 2K14 panel, whether it was the plane ride from hell, whether it was some other allegations. It's a whole lot about Ric Flair. He's not going to get out of here clean, and I don't know how he's even on AEW television. They're not the moral, they're not the, holier than thou company, but you would think they wouldn't stoop so as low as to have Ric Flair. I don't know what that energy drink company is paying AEW, but it got to be a crazy bag to ignore all Ric Flair's baggage and have him on the screen, especially when you try to play the moral, like the holier than thou role, calling out WWE and their allegations. And Chris Jericho, like, Jesus Christ, you got Chris Jericho and Ric Flair, so they got to stop that. They got to stop that holier than thou stuff. Especially when you got Ric Flair, you got Jeff Hardy in you. Now, not to compare Jeff Hardy to Ric Flair, but these are people who obviously need help, and you're not offering that help. So, yeah, you gotta bust a move, Tony. You gotta do something. If you're these people's friends and you're the guy who cares about these people outside of the business, you gotta get these people help. And on top of that list, it gotta be Jeff Hardy and it gotta be Ric Flair. Now, Jeff Hardy has been good for about 2 years now, I think. So definitely Ric Flair. Get Ric Flair some help. Then we can worry about everybody else. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I know a lot of my audience is older than me. How does it feel to watch your legends go out like this? It must suck. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. Again, trying to hit 9,500 subs. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button. Need 100 likes. I appreciate you all. Have a beautiful night. Sub to Act. Are you watching Dynamite? Probably not. Kendrick won. Free Palestine. Peace.
Yeah, good. Well, I did anything wrong except spend money and put this place over and bring my family and friends here. That is bad for you.
Why would it be bad for me?
Well, watch social media tomorrow.
I don't follow social media.
Well, you better.
I don't get stuck on my phone.
What's your name, nut job? Nicholas what?
Hold on.
Nicholas Dickhead.
You don't have to call me like that, sir.
Don't ever talk.
You don't have to call me like that, sir.
You don't have to do this to me. Because you humiliated me and my family.
I'm not humiliated.
I didn't do one thing wrong. I walked into the bathroom.
And you cussed at my kitchen manager. And
You're a kid high cost. Really? What world do you live in?
Same world you
What
live
world
in.
do you live in? How did I cost him? Did I touch him?
Trust him. You said cuss word.
I never say a cuss word. You know, is that his word against yours? I didn't say one cuss word. God. No, ma'am, I'm going to give you $1,000 tip just to say to him, kiss my ass. If you walk outside here,
You don't have to be disrespectful to me, sir. We're being
I
disrespectful
know.
to you.
You're disrespecting me.
How am I disrespectful?
Telling me to leave.
I'm not telling you to leave, but you're telling you that you're cut off.
Oh, I'm cut off and I'm drunk? Really?
Yes, sir. It don't matter if you're famous or not.
Here, ma'am, please give yourself $1,000 tip. $1,000 tip. This guy and I are so cool. She and I are cool. And along comes dipshit.
You don't have to call me like that.
I just said it.
I never did.
I'll say it again. You're a dipshit.
You have to get out of here right now.
Oh, I'm leaving. Trust me.
Thank God.
I won't come back again.
Thank God.
Come outside here and talk to me like a man.
I'm not going to do that because I'm on the clock.
You push you. You're on the pussy clock.
You go outside if you want.
I'm going to stop.
Hey, you want to go out and talk with me in the parking lot? I don't work here. I don't give a shit. Don't talk to me.
What's that?
You heard me.
What's that?
Stop. Okay?
What did you just say to me? What did you just say to me? Oh, I brought my whole family here.
I need one of those little bar straws for next week.
You know how many?
Just one.
Just one?
I'm not mad. I have no reason to be mad.